I want a divorce.
Gregory, please, not here, not now. Especially here, especially now. Sign it. Your mother's dead, and I'm done pretending I care. He stands over her. She kneels in the mud beside a fresh grave. Her hands shake. He holds out a white envelope. Divorce papers, already signed. His signature is dated today, the day of the funeral. You've been a burden for 8 years. I married a nurse. I got a charity case. Her voice breaks. I gave you everything. You gave me nothing. No money, no connections, just bills and a dying woman in my guest room. He drops the envelope on her lap. It lands in the wet earth. You're free now, he says. And so am I. He walks away. She doesn't know what she's holding will destroy him. 100 million reasons why he just made the worst mistake of his life. If you've ever wanted to watch karma work, stay. 3 weeks earlier. Beatrice Walker wipes down the kitchen counter at 6 in the morning. She hasn't slept. The breathing machine hums from the guest room. Her mother. Stage 4. Hospice said weeks, maybe days. Beatrice took unpaid leave from the hospital. 12 years as a pediatric nurse. She's used her last dollar of savings. Gregory scrolls his phone at the table. He doesn't look up. He hasn't looked up in months. I called the insurance company again, Beatrice says. They denied the claim. Of course they did. His voice is flat. No sympathy. No eye contact. I can pick up extra shifts next month. After... She stops. Can't say it. After what? Gregory sets down his phone. Finally looks at her. After she dies? You think 1 extra shift covers what this is costing me? Us. Costing us. No. Me. I pay the mortgage. I pay the utilities. I pay for everything while you play nurse to a woman who should be in a facility. Beatrice's hands are still on the counter. She's my mother. She's a financial drain. He stands, straightens his tie. Expensive. Italian. He wears his money like armor. I have a showing in Buckhead. Don't wait up. He leaves. The door clicks shut. Beatrice stands alone in the kitchen. The breathing machine hums. Steady. Mechanical. Counting down. She walks to the guest room. Her mother sleeps. Thin. Fragile. Beatrice sits beside the bed, takes her mother's hand. I'm sorry, she whispers. I'm sorry he's like this. Her mother's eyes open, cloudy but aware. Baby girl. Her voice is barely there. Don't apologize for him. Don't ever apologize for him. I should have. You should have nothing. You did everything right. You married wrong. That's not your fault. Beatrice wants to argue, wants to defend him. 8 years of marriage. There were good times, weren't there? But she can't remember them anymore. Her mother squeezes her hand, weak but deliberate. Listen to me. You're stronger than you know. When I'm gone, you'll see. Mama, don't! When I'm gone, her mother repeats. Promise me you won't let him make you small. Promise me. Beatrice nods. Tears fall. I promise. Her mother closes her eyes. Good. Now go. You have work. Beatrice doesn't have work. She's on leave. But she understands. Her mother wants to rest, wants to be alone with the machine and quiet. Beatrice kisses her forehead, leaves the room. She doesn't know this is the last real conversation they'll have, doesn't know her mother spent the previous week with a lawyer, doesn't know about the company shares, the inheritance, the will signed and certified and locked away. All she knows is that Gregory is pulling away, that money is tight, that her mother is dying, that she feels small and powerless and alone. She sits on the couch, stares at nothing. The house is too quiet except for the machine. Her phone buzzes. A text. Gregory. Client dinner. Late. No, I love you. No, how's your mom? Just information. Transactional. Beatrice sets the phone down. She doesn't cry. She's too tired to cry. 3 weeks later, her mother stops breathing, and Gregory finally gets what he's been waiting for. October 22nd, 6:30 in the morning. Dorothy Walker takes her last breath. Beatrice is holding her hand. The machine goes silent. No alarm, just silence. Heavy and final. Beatrice doesn't scream, doesn't collapse. She sits, strokes her mother's hair, whispers goodbye. Gregory is asleep in their bedroom. She doesn't wake him. By 10 o'clock, 30 people gather at Greenwood Cemetery. Small service. Beatrice's co-workers, a few neighbors, Reverend Thomas Grant from the community church. Gregory stands apart. Black suit, expensive watch, face blank. He checks his phone twice during the opening prayer. Beatrice reads the eulogy. Her voice cracks on the second line. My mother taught me that dignity isn't what you have. It's what you keep when everything's taken away. She can't continue. She can't. The paper shakes in her hands. Reverend Grant steps forward, finishes reading for her. The casket lowers. Ropes creak. Dirt hits wood. Each shovel full sounds too loud, too real. Beatrice stands at the edge, knees weak. Someone hands her a white rose. She drops it into the grave. Watch it disappear into shadow. People approach, hug her, murmur condolences. She nods. Thanks to them. Feels nothing. Grief hasn't arrived yet, just numbness. Gregory shakes hands, accepts sympathy, plays the supportive husband. But his jaw is tight, his eyes are cold. He keeps glancing at his watch. By noon, everyone leaves, even Reverend Grant. He touches Beatrice's shoulder. Take your time, child. Stay as long as you need. She nods. He walks to his car. She's alone now. Just her and the grave and the October wind pulling at her black dress. She kneels. Mud soaks through her stockings. Cold. Wet. She doesn't care. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry. For what? She doesn't know. For everything. For not being enough. For marrying Gregory. For not saving her. Footsteps behind her. Slow. Deliberate. She doesn't turn. Gregory stops beside the grave. Doesn't kneel. Doesn't comfort her. Just stands. Beatrice. His voice is different. Colder than she's ever heard. She looks up. He's holding a white envelope. What is that? Open it. Her hands are shaking. She takes the envelope. Tears open. Inside, legal documents. Printed. Professional. She scans the first page. The words don't make sense at first. Petition for dissolution of marriage. Divorce papers. She stares at them. Reads the date. Today, October 22nd. The day of her mother's funeral. You're joking. I'm not. Gregory, this is necessary. He crosses his arms. I've been planning this for months. I wanted to wait until after, out of respect. Respect? Her voice rises. My mother is on the ground, right there, right in front of us. And now you can move on. We both can. She stands. Her legs barely hold her. 8 years. 8 years of marriage, and you do this here? Now? I can't do this anymore, Beatrice. You've become a burden, the medical bills, the time off work, the constant crisis. I married a partner. I became dependent. The words hit like fists. Each one lands. Each one bruises. I gave you everything. You gave me debt. You gave me an obligation. You gave me a dying woman in my house for 6 months. That was my mother. That was my problem. His face is stone. No regret, no hesitation. Sign the papers. My lawyer will contact you next week. I've already moved half the funds from our joint account. You'll get what's fair. Fair? More than fair, considering. Beatrice's vision blurs, not from tears, from rage, pure and cold and clarifying. Reverend Grant's voice cuts through. Son, what are you doing? Gregory turns. The Reverend is walking back. He saw everything, heard everything. This is private, Reverend. This is cruelty. Grant steps between them, looks at Beatrice. Child, are you all right? She can't speak, can't breathe. Gregory walks past them both, heads toward his car, stops, turns back. I'll send movers for my things on Friday. Don't be there. He leaves. The engine starts. Tires on gravel. Gone. Beatrice stands beside her mother's grave, papers in her hands, Reverend Grant beside her, silent, horrified. She looks down at the documents, at Gregory's signature. Already signed, already decided, already done. What she doesn't know, 3 days ago, her mother signed different papers, and everything Gregory thinks he knows is about to collapse. The story spreads by Monday morning. Beatrice returns to work. Pediatric unit. Fulton General Hospital. She's been here 12 years, knows every nurse, every doctor, every janitor by name. They know her. Or they did. Now they whisper. She walks into the break room. Conversation stops. 3 nurses at the table. They look at her, look away, resume talking. Quieter now. She pours coffee. Her hands are steady. Her face is calm. Inside, she's breaking. Sarah Martinez, a co-worker she's known for 5 years, approaches. Beatrice, I'm sorry about your mom. Thank you. Sarah hesitates. Is it true about the divorce? Who told you? People are talking. Beatrice sets down her coffee. What are they saying? Sarah shifts, uncomfortable. That maybe he had reasons. Reasons. Financial reasons. That's what people are saying. Beatrice understands now. The narrative is already written. Gregory got there first. By Tuesday, the rumors are everywhere. The hospital grapevine is efficient, cruel. She hears fragments in hallways, sees it in faces. She was using him. He paid for everything, her whole family always asking for money. Gold digger. Knew what she was doing when she married him. None of it is true. All of it sticks. Wednesday morning, HR calls her in. Margaret Carter sits behind a desk. Sympathetic smile, professional distance. Beatrice, we've received concerns. What concerns? About your personal situation and how it might affect your work. My mother died 5 days ago. I'm back early. I'm doing my job. Of course, and we appreciate that. But there have been complaints from my parents about distraction, about emotional availability. Beatrice's jaw tightens. Which parents? Margaret doesn't answer. We're not taking action. We just want you to be aware. Perhaps some additional time off. I don't need time off. I need to work. Of course, just be mindful. Mindful. Code for we're watching you. Code for one more complaint and we'll act. Beatrice leaves the office, walks to the restroom, locks herself in a stall, sits on the closed toilet, breathes. Her phone buzzes. Text message. Unknown number. You think you can take him for everything? He's smarter than you. Delete. Another text. Different numbers. Gold digger bitch. Delete. Another. He deserves better. She stops deleting, lets them pile up. Evidence. Of what? She doesn't know yet. But evidence. By Thursday, someone leaves a printout on her locker. Just one word in bold letters. Burden. She takes it down, folds it, puts it in her bag. Friday, Gregory sends movers to the apartment. She's not there. She's staying with her Aunt Ruth in a one-bedroom in East Atlanta. The couch pulls out. It's enough. Gregory takes the furniture, the TV, the kitchen table, half the dishes. He leaves her the old couch, the microwave, a lamp that doesn't work. Ruth watches through the window as the moving truck pulls away. That man is rotten. Beatrice doesn't respond. She's sitting on the pull-out couch, staring at her phone. More messages, more blocked numbers. She doesn't read them anymore, just counts them. 12 today, 15 yesterday. Someone's organizing this, feeding the story, weaponizing friends. Gregory has money, has connections, has a network of people who believe him because belief is easier than investigation. Saturday, she goes to the grocery store, sees a neighbor from the old apartment building. The woman sees her, turns away, pretends she didn't. Sunday, she goes to church, sits in the back. Reverend Grant sees her, nods. After service, he approaches. "How are you holding up?" "I'm fine." "You're not fine. No one would be fine." She wants to argue, wants to insist, but her eyes fill with tears. She blinks them back. "They believe him," she whispers. "Everyone believes him." Grant's face hardens. "Not everyone. I was there. I saw what he did. One witness against 100 rumors. Truth doesn't need a majority. It just needs time." She doesn't believe him, but she nods anyway. By Monday, 1 week after the funeral, she's lost weight. 5 pounds, can't eat, can't sleep. Goes through the motions at work, checks vitals, administers medication, smiles at children. They don't know. They still trust her. But the parents watch. The nurses whisper. The world has decided who she is. Victim? No. Opportunist. Leech. Burden. Gregory texts on Monday night. "First direct contact since the cemetery. My lawyer will be in touch. Don't drag this out. You won't win." She stares at the message. Doesn't reply. Another text. "You have nothing. I have everything. Except reality." She sets the phone down, looks at Aunt Ruth. "I need a lawyer." Ruth nods. "I know someone. Diane Foster. She's good. Expensive, but..." "I can't afford expensive things." "Call her anyway. Tell her I sent you. She owes me a favor." Beatrice calls, leaves a voicemail. Doesn't expect a response. The phone rings 30 minutes later. "This is Diane Foster. Ruth says you need help. Tell me everything." Beatrice tells her. The funeral. The divorce papers. The rumors. The harassment. The isolation. Diane listens. Doesn't interrupt. When Beatrice finishes, there's a long silence. "Do you have assets he doesn't know about?" "No, I have nothing." "Then why is he so aggressive?" "I don't know." Men like that don't panic without reason. There's something here, something he's afraid of. Like what? That's what we're going to find out. Beatrice feels it for the first time in a week, a flicker. Small, barely there. Hope. What neither of them knows. Tomorrow, a lawyer 20 miles away will call with news that changes everything. And Gregory's panic. It's about to make perfect sense. Tuesday morning, 10 o'clock. Beatrice sits in a waiting room on Peachtree Street. Matthews and Associates. Estate planning. The receptionist called 3 days ago. Urgent. About her mother's estate. Beatrice assumed bills. Paperwork. She's wrong. Harold Matthews opens his office door. Silver hair. Wire-rimmed glasses. "Ms. Walker, come in." She sits. He opens a thick file, pulls out a document with a red seal. Your mother came to see me 6 weeks ago, updated her will, made arrangements. He slides it across. Certified copy, dated October 15th, 1 week before she died. I don't understand. My mother didn't have anything. Matthews smiles, patient. Ms. Walker, your mother owned 30% of Reliable Logistics Corporation. My father worked for a shipping company. He died when I was 10. He co-founded it, 1987. When he passed, his shares transferred to your mother. She never sold them. Beatrice's hands shake. I don't... The company was acquired last month, Atlas Global, $340 million. The room tilts. Your mother's 30% after taxes comes to $100 million. Silence. Heavy. Impossible. She instructed confidentiality until after her passing. Didn't want influence. Wanted you to have security. Is this real? It's real. Funds in escrow. Probate takes 60 days. You're the sole beneficiary. Beatrice thinks about Gregory, about the grave. You have nothing. Does anyone else know? Only acquisition parties. Your mother was clear, private. My husband filed for divorce, the day of her funeral. Matthews leans forward. Does he know about this? No. Consult a divorce attorney immediately, before this becomes public. Timing matters in Georgia law. He left me because he thought I was broke. Document that. Everything. Beatrice stands, legs weak. She grips the desk. Can I see it? The will? He hands it to her. She reads her mother's words. To my daughter, Beatrice Marie Walker, I leave everything. Not because she needs it, but because she deserves it. She gave up her time, her peace, her marriage to care for me. She is stronger than she knows, and I want her to have the freedom to discover just how strong she can be. Tears fall. She wipes them. Fold the paper. Thank you, Mr. Matthews. He opens a drawer, pulls out an envelope. Handwritten. Her name. She left this for you. Beatrice takes it. Hold it tight. Doesn't open it until she's in her car. Inside, one sentence. Don't let him make you small. You promised. She sits, crying, not grief. Something else. Sharp, bright, fierce, rage. Gregory thought he could discard her, thought she was nothing, thought he was free. He has no idea what he just walked away from. She's not telling him. Not yet. First, she builds a case. Then she watches him realize. Then she takes everything. She starts the engine. Calls Diane Foster. Diane, it's Beatrice. I need to see you, today. What happened? Everything just changed. Diane Foster's office sits above a coffee shop in Virginia Highland. Small, independent. No marble lobby, no corporate sheen, just solid work and a reputation for winning cases bigger firms won't touch. Beatrice climbs the stairs. Knocks. The door opens immediately. Diane is 51. Gray streaks in her dark hair, sharp eyes, fitted blazer over jeans. She extends a hand. Come in. Sit. Talk. Beatrice sits, takes a breath. My mother left me $100 million. My husband doesn't know. He filed for divorce the day she died. Diane doesn't blink, doesn't react, just nods. Start from the beginning. Beatrice tells her everything. The funeral, the envelope, the texts, the rumors, the harassment at work, the furniture taken, the money moved from their joint account. Diane takes notes. Fast. Precise. When Beatrice finishes, Diane sets down her pen. Gregory Coleman, real estate, Buckhead office. I know the type. I also know his lawyer will be expensive, aggressive. They'll try to claim you hid assets. I didn't know about the assets. Doesn't matter. They'll argue you did. Argue your mother timed the will to circumvent marital property laws. We need to prove intent. His intent. How? We investigate. We find the truth, and we stack it so high he can't climb over it. Diane picks up her phone. Dials. I know someone. Kenneth Hayes, private investigator, former IRS. He finds things people don't want found. She puts the call on the speaker. 2 rings. Hayes. Kenneth, it's Diane. I need you. When? Now. Address? Diane gives it. He arrives in 20 minutes. Kenneth Hayes is 45. Lean, tired eyes, carries a worn leather bag, shakes Beatrice's hand. Tell me about your husband. Ex-husband, almost. Tell me. She does. Kenneth listens, doesn't interrupt. When she finishes, he opens his bag, pulls out a tablet. Joint accounts? 1. Bank of America. He moved half the money 2 months ago. How much? $23,000. Kenneth types. Password? I don't have access anymore. He changed it. Doesn't matter. I'll get statements through Discovery. What about cloud storage? Email? Do you share any accounts? iCloud. Family plan. He set it up years ago. Is he still paying for it? I think so. Then I have access. Kenneth's fingers move fast. People forget. They store everything in the cloud. Photos, documents, emails. They think it's private. It's not. Not if you're paying for family sharing. Diane leans forward. Is that legal? It's a shared account. She has legal access. I'm just helping her look. He works for 5 minutes, then stops, looks up. Found something. He turns the tablet, shows an email thread. Between Gregory and someone named Vanessa Scott. Subject line, countdown. Beatrice reads, can't wait until this is over. 2 more months and I'm free. That was August. 2 months before the funeral. Another email. September. She has no idea. Keeps asking me to come home early. It's pathetic. Another. October 10th. Her mom's almost gone. Week, maybe 2. Then I file. We can finally start our life. Beatrice's hands shake. The tablet blurs. Diane takes it. Reads. Her jaw tightens. Who is Vanessa Scott? Kenneth types. Pulls up a Facebook profile. Blonde. Mid-30s. Interior designer. Photos of expensive restaurants. Luxury vacations. And in 3 photos, Gregory, smiling. Arm around her. Dates go back 2 years. He was planning this, Beatrice whispers. The whole time. Yes, Kenneth says. And he was sloppy about it. He keeps digging, finds more. Bank statements, wire transfers. Gregory moved money 8 months ago. Not to savings, to an offshore account. Cayman Islands, $200,000. That's marital money, Diane says. He can't do that. He did, Kenneth replies. And there's more. Property records. A house in Buckhead. 1830 Peachtree Battle Avenue. Purchased 6 months ago. $450,000. Not in Gregory's name. In Vanessa Scott's name. Down payment? Diane asks. Kenneth pulls up the mortgage documents. $90,000. Cash. Beatrice feels sick. That's from our account. He withdrew it in March. Said it was for a business investment. It was an investment, Kenneth says. In his girlfriend's house. Diane stands. Paces. This is fraud. Financial abuse. We can prove premeditation. Prove he systematically drained marital assets while planning to divorce her. Can we use this in court? Beatrice asks. Every word, Diane says. We'll request full financial disclosure. Subpoena bank records. Demand accounting of every dollar. He'll have to explain where it went. Kenneth isn't finished. He pulls up more emails. These are different. Between Gregory and James Harrison, the lawyer. Need this done fast, before she finds out about the acquisition. Beatrice freezes. He knew about my mother's company. Kenneth scrolls. Not exactly. He knew something was happening. Didn't know the amount. Another email. From Harrison. If she inherits during marriage, it's marital property. You need to file before probate closes. That's why he did it at the funeral, Diane says. He was racing the clock. Though if he filed first, he could claim half of whatever she got. Can he? Beatrice asks. Not if we prove abandonment, cruelty, and financial misconduct. Georgia law allows courts to deviate from equal division when one party acts in bad faith. Diane smiles, cold, sharp. And bad faith is exactly what we have here. Kenneth closes his tablet. I need 3 days. I'll track every transaction, every property, every hidden account. By Friday, we'll have a complete financial profile. Do it, Diane says. Kenneth leaves. Diane turns to Beatrice. Here's what happens next. We file a motion for a temporary restraining order, freeze all marital assets, prevent him from moving anything else. Then we request forensic accounting, force him to disclose everything. He'll fight back. Of course he will. He'll hire the best lawyer money can buy. He'll claim you're vindictive. He'll try to destroy your credibility. But we have something he doesn't. What? The truth. And receipts. Diane sits across from Beatrice. I need to ask you something. How far do you want to take this? What do you mean? Do you want a settlement or do you want justice? Beatrice thinks about her mother, about the promise, about Gregory standing over her at the grave. Justice. Justice is expensive. It's slow, it's painful. He'll make it ugly. I don't care. Diane nods. Then we go to war. If you're wondering whether she's strong enough to see this through, comment below. Because it's about to get worse before it gets better. 3 days later, Kenneth returns. He brings a binder, 2 inches thick, financial records, property deeds, email transcripts, phone logs, credit card statements. A complete map of Gregory's deception. He's been planning this for 2 years, Kenneth says. The offshore account, the girlfriend, the house. He was waiting for the right moment. Her mother's death, Diane says. Exactly. He thought she'd be vulnerable, thought she'd sign anything just to make it stop. Beatrice flips through the binder, page after page of evidence. Numbers, dates, transactions, every lie is documented. There's one more thing, Kenneth says. He pulls out a printed photo, security footage, time-stamped, October 22nd, 2:34 p.m. It's Gregory, standing at an ATM, Bank of America, withdrawing cash. This was taken 3 hours after the funeral, Kenneth says, while you were still at the cemetery. He withdrew $50,000, maximum daily limit. Beatrice stares at the image. His face, calm, no grief, no hesitation. Just a transaction. That's our smoking gun, Diane says. While his wife buried her mother, he emptied their account. A jury will remember that. Beatrice closes the binder, looks at both of them. What do we do now? Now? Diane picks up her phone. We file, and we let him know that the woman he threw away is about to become his worst nightmare. The summons arrived Thursday morning, hand-delivered to Gregory's office. Coleman Properties, glass doors, marble floors. He opens it, reads. His face goes white. Petitioner requests temporary restraining order on all marital assets, pending full financial disclosure and forensic accounting. He calls his lawyer. Harrison, I need you. Now. James Harrison arrives in 40 minutes. silver hair, $3,000 suit, built his career crushing people in divorce court. He reads the petition, sets it down. Who's her attorney? Diane Foster. Harrison's jaw tightens. I know her. And? She doesn't lose often. He flips through exhibits, bank statements, property records, emails. This is bad. It's lies. It's documented. Did you move money to the Caymans? Gregory doesn't answer. Did you buy property for Vanessa Scott? Silence. Did you withdraw $50,000 the day of the funeral? I don't care. A judge will care. A jury will destroy you. Harrison closes the file. How much does she know about the inheritance? Gregory's stomach drops. How do you know? Dorothy Walker's estate. $100 million. Your wife is the sole beneficiary. Ex-wife. Not yet. You filed after the date of death. That makes inherited assets potentially marital property. She didn't know about it. Can you prove that? Gregory can't. Harrison stands, walks to the window. Here's your situation. She has evidence of misconduct, proof of infidelity, documentation of asset concealment, and 100 million reasons to fight. You settle, quietly, generously. No. Excuse me? I'm not giving her anything. Then you'll lose, badly. I have you. I have resources. She's a nurse. She has nothing. She has $100 million in documentation. The optics are devastating. Then change them. That's what I pay you for. Harrison picks up his briefcase. I'll file a response, but I'm advising you. Back down. She'll fold. Harrison leaves. By Friday, Gregory counterattacks. He files to dismiss the restraining order. Claims Beatrice is harassing him. Submits a declaration. My wife has become increasingly unstable. I fear for my safety. He leaks stories to mutual friends. She's mentally unwell, making false accusations, trying to steal what he built. The narrative spreads. Monday morning, Beatrice wakes up locked out of her email. Passwords changed. The recovery email changed. Someone hacked her accounts. She calls Diane. Someone's in my email. Change everything. Document it. File a police report. She does. The police take a report. Nothing else. Low priority. Tuesday, a private investigator follows Aunt Ruth. Watch her house. Take photos. Ruth calls. Baby, there's a man outside. White sedan. Been here 2 hours. Call police. The man leaves before they arrive. Wednesday, Harrison sends a letter. Your client's allegations constitute defamation. Cease immediately or face litigation for damages exceeding $5 million. Diane tosses it. Standard intimidation. Ignore it. Thursday, the hospital calls. Margaret from HR. Beatrice, we need to talk. A parent filed a complaint. Claims you were distracted. Inappropriate. Who filed it? I can't disclose that. This is retaliation. We have to investigate. You'll be on administrative leave. Paid. Until resolved. I've done nothing wrong. Protocol requires... Beatrice hangs up. Calls Diane. They're coming after my job. Expected. Document it. Every move he makes is evidence. He's building our case. How much worse? As bad as he can make it. But he's panicking. That means we're winning. Friday afternoon. Temporary restraining order hearing. Fulton County Superior Court. Judge Patricia Reynolds presiding. Harrison stands. Your Honor, my client denies all allegations. The petitioner is engaging in harassment designed to extract an inequitable settlement. Statement from James Harrison, attorney for Gregory Coleman. My client denies all allegations of financial misconduct and maintains his right to a fair division of marital assets. Diane stands, calm, precise. Your Honor, we submitted 43 exhibits documenting Mr. Coleman's systematic depletion of marital assets, wire transfers, property purchases, offshore accounts. We're not speculating. We're documenting. Judge Reynolds reviews exhibits. 10 minutes. Silence. Mr. Harrison, your client moved $200,000 to an offshore account 8 months before filing. Explain. Business investment, Your Honor. In the Cayman Islands? Yes. And property purchased under Ms. Scott's name? Harrison shifts. A separate transaction. Funded with marital assets? We dispute that. Judge Reynolds sets down the file. Temporary restraining order granted. All marital assets frozen. Mr. Coleman will provide complete financial documentation within 14 days. Violations result in contempt. The gavel falls. Gregory's face goes red, stands. Harrison grabs his arm. Outside, Gregory explodes. This is insane! She's nobody! She has every right, and you're making it worse. I'm not the problem. Yes, you are. Unless you listen, you'll lose everything. Gregory pulls away, gets in his car, drives. His phone rings. Vanessa. Did you win? No. What does that mean? It means we wait. But he knows. It's already over. Beatrice sits in her car, hospital parking lot, 11 p.m., engine off, hands on the wheel. She just finished a shift. Except she didn't. Administrative leave. She came anyway. Sat in the lot. Watched nurses go inside. Couldn't follow. Her phone is on the passenger seat. 14 missed calls, 23 texts. She hasn't looked. The hearing was 8 hours ago. She won. Restraining order granted. Assets frozen. She won. It doesn't feel like winning. She's exhausted. Hasn't slept more than 3 hours in 2 weeks. Can't eat. Lost 9 pounds. Her scrubs hang loose. Her phone buzzes. Diane. She answers. Hello? Where are you? Hospital parking lot. Why? I don't know. Silence. Then Diane's voice. Softer. Talk to me. I can't do this. I can't keep fighting. He's everywhere. My email, my job, following my aunt. It doesn't stop. It will. When? When we finish. Maybe I should settle. Give him something. End this. If you settle now, he wins. Not just money. The narrative. Every woman after you has no precedent. Beatrice closes her eyes. Tears fall. I'm so tired. I know. I don't know if I'm strong enough. You are? How do you know? Because you're still here. Still fighting. Beatrice remembers her mother. Hospital room. 3 weeks before she died. You're stronger than you know. She didn't believe it then. Doesn't now. He's taking everything, Beatrice whispers. My job, my reputation, my peace. He's trying. He hasn't succeeded. Feels like he has. That's the strategy. Break you down. Make you quit. Make you believe you're powerless. I am powerless. You're not. You have evidence. Allies. 100 million waiting. You have leverage. Doesn't feel like leverage. Feels like a target. It's both. That scares him. That's why he's aggressive. He's terrified. Of what? Of you. What happens when you realize you don't need permission to destroy him? Beatrice laughs, bitter. I don't want to destroy him. I want him gone. Then see this through. 2 weeks. Kenneth finds everything. We present it. It's over. What if we lose? We won't. But I've been doing this for 23 years. I know when I have a case. This is the strongest I've ever had. He lied, cheated, Stole. On record. We have him. Beatrice wants to believe her, but she's empty. I need to go. Where? Aunt Ruth's. Sleep. Okay. But Beatrice, don't give up. Not now. Not when we're this close. Close to what? To show him who he threw away. Beatrice hangs up, sits in the dark. Her phone buzzes. Kenneth Hayes. She answers. Hello? I found it. The smoking gun. What? ATM footage. October 22nd, 2:34 p.m. While you buried your mother, he withdrew $50,000. I have a video. Timestamp. Everything. Beatrice's breath catches. You're sure? Positive. He can't explain this. She closes her eyes, feels something shift. Small, fragile, hope. Send it to Diane. Already did. She's filing tomorrow. Thank you. Don't thank me, just win. He hangs up. Beatrice sits, breathing. The exhaustion is still there. The fear. But underneath. Rage. Cold. Clear. Focused. Gregory thought he could break her. Thought she'd fold. He's about to learn how wrong he is. The story breaks on Tuesday. Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Page 3. Local section. Nurse battles X over hidden millions. The article is careful, neutral, states facts. No editorializing. But the facts speak. Divorce filed at funeral. Hidden offshore accounts. Girlfriend of 2 years. ATM withdrawal while wife grieved. The comments section explodes. Hundreds in the first hour. Thousands by evening. This man is a monster. She deserves every penny. How is this legal? By Wednesday morning, Beatrice's phone won't stop ringing. Reporters, bloggers, true crime podcasts. Everyone wants the story. Diane handles them. No comment. Case is ongoing. But someone else speaks. Sarah Martinez, the co-worker from the hospital. She creates a petition, change.org. Support Beatrice Walker. Against predatory divorce tactics. The description is simple, honest, no exaggeration. Beatrice Walker is a pediatric nurse who spent her career caring for children. When her mother fell ill, she took unpaid leave to provide hospice care. On the day of her mother's funeral, her husband served her with divorce papers at the gravesite. While she grieved, he emptied their bank account. She's now fighting for basic fairness in a system designed to protect the powerful, signed to show her she's not alone. The petition launches at noon. By 6 p.m., 200 signatures. By midnight, 500. Comments pour in. I went through something similar. Stay strong. My daughter was Beatrice's patient. She saved his life. Now we save hers. This is why we need reform. Thursday morning, someone sets up a GoFundMe. Legal Defense Fund for Beatrice Walker. Target, $20,000. Beatrice doesn't know about it until Diane calls. Have you seen this? Seen what? Check your email. Someone's raising money for legal fees. Beatrice opens her laptop. Stares. The fund is at $15,000. 300 donors. Messages attached to every donation. $50. You took care of my son in the NICU. Let us take care of you. $100. Praying for you. $25. I don't have much, but you deserve justice. Tears blur the screen. She can't speak. Beatrice? Diane's voice, gentle. I'm here. You're not alone in this. By Friday, the fund hits $25,000. The petition reaches 800 signatures. Local news picks it up. Channel 2, Channel 5, Fox Atlanta. Gregory's business page is flooded. 1-star reviews, angry comments. Someone posts the ATM photo, time-stamped, captioned. This is who you're doing business with. His phone rings constantly. Clients canceling. Deals falling through. Reputation collapsing. Vanessa Scott deletes her social media. Goes dark. Changes her number. Saturday, Beatrice receives a card. Hand-delivered to Aunt Ruth's house. No return address. Inside, a check for $50. A note in shaky handwriting. You saved my baby 3 years ago. Premature. 26 weeks. You stayed past your shift. Held my hand. Told me he'd be okay. He just turned 3. Healthy. Happy. Because of you. This isn't much, but it's everything I can give. Thank you for caring. Let us care for you now. No signature. Just a name. Emily. Beatrice remembers. The baby, the mother, the long night in the NICU. She sits on the couch, holds the card, cries. Aunt Ruth sits beside her. What is it? People remember. Of course they do. You've been good to this city for 12 years. Now the city's being good back. Beatrice looks at the card, at the check, at the fund total on her laptop, at the petition signatures. She's not alone. She was never alone. She just needed to see it. And Gregory? He's finally seeing it too. The community he ignored is the community that will bury him. Kenneth calls Monday morning, 7 a.m. Beatrice is awake, hasn't slept. I need you to come to Diane's office, now. What happened? Just come. She arrives in 30 minutes. Diane and Kenneth wait in the conference room, laptop open, files spread across the table. Kenneth doesn't waste time. I got the ATM footage. He turns the laptop, press play. Black and white, security camera, Bank of America, Peachtree Street branch, timestamp in the corner. October 22nd, 2024, 14:34:17, 2:34 p.m. A man approaches the ATM, black suit, white shirt, tie, the suit from the funeral, Gregory. He inserts a card, types, waits. The machine dispenses cash. He counts it, slides it into his jacket pocket, walks away. 42 seconds total. Kenneth rewinds, pauses on Gregory's face. Clear, unmistakable. Timeline, Kenneth says. The funeral ended at 12:30. You stayed at the cemetery until 4. During that window, he drove to this ATM. Withdrew $50,000, maximum daily limit. Beatrice stares at the screen, at his face. Calm. No grief. No hesitation. Just a transaction. He planned this, Diane says. Down to the minute. Kenneth pulls up another document, bank statement. Joint account. Balance before withdrawal, $73,000. Balance after, $23,000. He took 2/3 while you were burying your mother. Beatrice can't speak. There's more, Kenneth says. He clicks to another file. Hotel receipt, the Ritz-Carlton, Buckhead. Check-in time, 3:07 p.m., same day. Room booked under his name. Charged to his personal card. He opens another file. Security footage, hotel lobby. Timestamp, 15:11. Gregory walks through the doors. He's not alone. A woman beside him, blonde, mid-30s, Vanessa Scott. They're laughing. 4 hours after your mother's funeral, Diane says. He's at a luxury hotel with his girlfriend. Kenneth closes the laptop. This is the smoking gun. Premeditation. Financial abuse. Emotional cruelty. All documented. All time-stamped. All irrefutable. Beatrice looks at both of them. What does this mean? It means we don't just win, Diane says. We annihilate him. She stands, paces. Here's what happens. We file a supplemental motion, attach all evidence, request emergency hearing. Judge sees this, she'll rule immediately. When? This week, maybe sooner. Beatrice stands, walks to the window, looks out over the city. She feels different. The exhaustion is still there. But underneath, Something harder, colder, clarity. He knew, she says quietly. He knew exactly what he was doing. Every step, calculated. Yes, Diane says. He thought I'd be too broken to fight back. Yes. He was wrong. Yes. Beatrice turns, looks at both of them. File it, all of it. I want him to see it. I want him to know I know. Diane nods. We file today. Hearing will be scheduled within 72 hours. Kenneth gathers the files. One more thing. Gregory's lawyer, Harrison. He's good. He'll try to explain this away. Business emergency. Cash needed for legitimate expenses. He'll spin. Can he? Beatrice asks. Not with this evidence. Not with the hotel footage. Not with the girlfriend. But he'll try. Let him try, Beatrice says. Let him stand in front of a judge and explain why withdrawing $50,000 and checking into a hotel with his girlfriend 4 hours after his wife's mother's funeral is legitimate. Diane smiles, cold, sharp. I was hoping you'd say that. The motion is filed by noon. 47 pages, 12 exhibits, the ATM video, the bank statement, the hotel receipt, the lobby footage, the timeline, everything. Gregory receives it at 3 p.m. Read the first page, then the second, then the attachments. His hands shake. He calls Harrison. They have everything. What do you mean, everything? The ATM, the hotel, the footage, the timeline. Everything. Silence on the other end. Then Harrison's voice. Flat. Defeated. Then we're done. What? You can't defend this. No jury, no judgment, no one will side with you. So, what do I do? You settle. Today. Before this goes public. Before the hearing. You give her what she wants and you pray she doesn't press charges. Charges? Financial abuse is a crime in Georgia, Mr. Coleman. If she pushes, the DA could prosecute. Gregory hangs up, sits in his office, alone, watching everything collapse. He thought he was untouchable, thought he was smart, thought he'd won. He was wrong about all of it. December 8th, 9 a.m., Fulton County Superior Court, Courtroom 5C. Judge Patricia Reynolds presiding. 20 years on the bench. No patience for games. The gallery is full. Reporters. Beatrice's co-workers. Strangers from the petition. Reverend Grant in the third row. Beatrice sits at the plaintiff's table. Diane beside her. Calm. Prepared. Gregory sits across the aisle. Harrison beside him. Face pale. Tie too tight. All rise. Judge Reynolds enters. Black robe, silver hair. She sits. Everyone sits. Emergency motion regarding asset preservation. Ms. Foster, proceed. Diane stands. Your Honor, we've submitted evidence showing Mr. Coleman engaged in systematic financial abuse. On October 22nd, the day of his mother-in-law's funeral, while my client grieved, Mr. Coleman withdrew $50,000. She clicks a remote. The screen lights up. ATM footage plays. Gregory in his funeral suit, withdrawing cash, walking away. Timestamp 14:34:17. 4 hours later, Mr. Coleman checked into the Ritz-Carlton with Ms. Vanessa Scott, his girlfriend of 2 years. Hotel footage plays. Gregory and Vanessa, laughing. The gallery murmurs. Judge Reynolds watches. This wasn't impulse, Your Honor. This was premeditation. Diane sits. Judge Reynolds looks at Harrison. Your response? Harrison stands. Your Honor, my client admits the withdrawal. It was for legitimate business. Business? Judge Reynolds cuts him off. What business requires withdrawing $50,000 while your wife buries her mother, then checking into a hotel with your girlfriend? Harrison doesn't answer. Mr. Coleman, stand. Gregory stands, unsteady. Did you withdraw $50,000 on October 22nd? Yes, Your Honor. Why? I needed cash for what? Silence. Answer the question. I can't remember, Your Honor. You can't remember needing $50,000 4 months ago? I was under stress. Your wife's mother had just died. She was grieving, and you thought that was appropriate? Gregory doesn't answer. Judge Reynolds picks up the file, reads, sets it down. I've reviewed the exhibits, offshore accounts, property purchases, emails, the affair, the timeline. This court finds clear evidence of financial misconduct and bad faith. She looks at both tables. Temporary restraining order extended indefinitely. All assets frozen. Mr. Coleman will return $50,000 within 7 days. Disclose all accounts within 14. Failure results in contempt. Pause. Additionally, Mr. Coleman will pay Ms. Walker's attorney fees. $75,000 due within 30 days. The gavel falls. Adjourned. Judge Reynolds exits. The courtroom erupts. Whispers. Someone claps. Others join. Beatrice sits. Doesn't move. Just breathe. Diane leans over. You won. I know. Across the aisle, Gregory stands. Harrison whispers. Gregory pulls away. Walk toward the door. Doesn't look back. Outside, reporters swarm. Diane steps forward. Ms. Walker is grateful for the court's decision. No further questions. They push through to the parking garage. Beatrice gets in her car. Sits. Her phone buzzes. Text. Unknown number. You think you won. You didn't. This isn't over. She deletes it. Blocks the number. It's already over. He just doesn't know it yet. 3 months later. Gregory Coleman settles. $200,000. Waives all claims to the inheritance. Signs a non-disclosure agreement. Leaves Atlanta in March. Vanessa Scott is gone too. Left him 2 weeks after the hearing. No money, no future, no reason to stay. Harrison and Associates faces an ethics investigation. 2 other clients file complaints. Similar patterns, similar tactics. Beatrice returns to work. Full-time. Pediatric unit. The complaints disappear. HR apologizes. Quietly. She doesn't need the money anymore. Probate closed in January. 100 million. Real. Hers. But she keeps the job. 3 days a week. Because nursing isn't what she does. It's who she is. The rest of the money? She builds something. The Dorothy Walker Foundation. $10 million in initial funding. Provides legal support for women navigating expensive divorces. Free attorneys, investigators, expert witnesses. Everything Beatrice had. Everything most women don't. 50 applications in the first month. By April, 200. 2. Diane and Kenneth join the board. Pro bono work. They take 3 cases immediately. March 22nd, 6 months after the funeral. Beatrice stands at her mother's grave. Fresh flowers. Bright sun. You were right, Mama. I was stronger than I knew. She kneels, traces her mother's name on the stone. He thought burying you would bury me. He was wrong. She stands, walks to her car, drives to the foundation office. Work waiting, women waiting, stories like hers, waiting for someone to believe them. Some men divorce their wives, others try to bury them. But some women refuse to stay buried. If this story resonated with you, share it. Someone you know might need to hear it. Justice isn't always fast, but when it comes, it's worth the wait. Subscribe for more stories about people who refuse to stay silent.